Welcome to my mask making tutorial part 1, sculpting. What you will need is clay, sculpting tool, a variety of sculpting tools, an armature, and paper. So this is a sketch that helped me sculpt the destroyer, and the sketch is for to guide you to sculpting, what it is and all that for details. But yeah, the sculpting tools are for sculpting your mask, of course. This is a mask that you can scrape and make into a human. This is a smaller version with a circle end and then a square head. The clay that I use is from Monster Makers. It dries. You can use oil-based clay, NSNP. I don't know what it is called, but do not use the Crayola air dry clay for sculpting because it will crack and your clay sculpture will be destroyed. Just use it for the walls when we get to molding. You will need the armature because it's like, well, think of this, it's like having your body doesn't have no bones and you're flat. And sculpting would be difficult if you didn't have a armature head. Sorry guys, but I skipped the part which is putting the clay on the armature head, but you should know this. First, what you want to do is work on the human anatomy. If it's a human, if it's a monster, okay. But the human anatomy you have to work on first before you start, like the nostrils, the lips, eyes, etc. So yeah, you want to work on that before you start going to details, this is the basic structure. So what I did is I indented the cheeks with this. Well, yeah, I indented the cheeks with this. So that's what I did, using on the human anatomy. Yeah. After that, I sculpt the eyes. Doesn't matter what shape they are, because we'll get to that in part 2 second part of sculpting. So I did this, like scrape the eyes out. What you want to do is make it 3D, like not like this. Watch, not just like a line. That's boring, and it's not gonna be cool, you know. So you just don't wanna do this and it looks stupid. So yeah, in part 2 of sculpting, I'm gonna put some details on here in part 2. So I'm gonna put some details on here. So when I first opened it, you'll see some details and all that, and I'll show you what I did in part 2. So yeah, and that's what I did.